balance. And what we realized is that it could have been part of the twist that was stopping him from being able to get into that particular arm balance, and or it could have been the hip mobility. So I thought, what better inspiration than for us to do hips and twists? So, how does that sound? Twisting into an arm balance. And what we realized is that... Yeah, good. All right. It could have been part of... Excellent. There we go. Doon, doon, doon. Doon, 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 doon. Doon, doon, doon. Let's see, I gotta just plug in a couple things and then I think we're ready to go. Plug in a couple things and then we will be ready to go. Did I put that other cord plug? There it is. Yes. How's everybody doing? Everybody holding up? Holding up out there? I was driving into the studio this morning, and I heard on the news that there was big, I don't know, some new model / study that was talking about, like, in December, this whole pandemic coronavirus thing is going to go out of control, 3,000 people a day dying, and it's going to be, I think it was like 400,000 people. They were expecting up to 400,000 people, I don't know, or 200,000 more or something like that. So I guess that would make it about 400,000 people. Unless you wear a mask, in which case it doesn't have to be the case. Let me just get this here. I have to get my other extension cord, and then we'll be ready. Then we'll be ready for a nice Friday flow. Let's see this. So, and this is just a little public service announcement. In the beginning of this whole thing, when we opened up the studio, for that short minute that we did open up the studio, plug that in there. There we go. Make sure, is that on? Off. On. Good. Should be all right. This doctor came in and I said, all right, so you're on the front lines, what's the deal? And he goes, just stay away from crowds, wear your mask, be smart about it. That's all. I said, okay. I'm in for that plan. I got nobody around. I got nobody around me. I don't need a mask if I have nobody around me. All right, friends, here we go. Friday morning flow. So, as you know, most of you, if you've been doing this for a little while, we do these sessions on a donation basis. You can Venmo me directly. This is my yoga studio. We are open, but we are closed actually, so we're not open. So I'm doing all these classes virtually, and also I just feel like it's important to, I decided this early on that I wanted to stream classes because in the midst of this situation that our country and our world is in, that if there was something that I could do to help people in need, it would be to share what I know best, which is to help people move through stress. And I just trusted that people who could pay would pay. So I appreciate all of the paid classes and donations that you've been continuing to do. And those of you that haven't, please don't feel any stress if you don't have the resources to do it. Totally fine. So Venmo directly to me, Teddy McDonald, that goes to the studio, or you can go to 5pointyoga.com, the studio, and then you can pay for your class through Mind Body. You can also, we set up a little donation link for a $15 suggested donation for the online class. And And that's the shameless plug I have for that. Go ahead and take your feet about mat distance, shoulder distance. Bring the palms together, close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Start breathing in and out of the nose. Dropping the head, shoulders down, top of the head up. Take a nice deep breath, set your intention. Dropping your head to your left side, nice easy neck stretch. And then switch sides. Good. Dropping the arms, a few circles with the head. So let's see, where are we? Friday. Here's my knee update. I ran yesterday morning. The knee felt good, felt it a little bit on the uphill. I think I mentioned this yesterday. Didn't feel it too much on the downhill. That's a reverse of what was happening with my knee. Switch directions with your head circles. And this morning, I think I'm good. Excuse me. It was a lot more swollen from last Tuesday when I went for a run. So that means it's healing. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm going to do another little run maybe Sunday morning. Back to the center, shoulder rolls forward and back. And I'll just kind of go easy and build and make sure it heals. So here we are, what, 6-7 weeks later. I thought it was almost healed, and then I went for a run, and then it wasn't, and now I had to go back. So you always got to pay attention to those things. Otherwise, they'll get you. They'll get you. All right, now go ahead and take the arms up, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up, straighten the arms, stretch the shoulders, breathe. Up on the toes, breathe. Whoa. Slowly come down from there, and then you're going to turn and twist. Here's our first twist. Turn to your left. As you're turning to the left and twisting the spine, drive your right leg down into the floor. Right leg goes down into the floor as you twist, and breathe. Good. Switch it. Other side. Same thing. Good. Back to the center. So just notice, let's do that again. Go ahead and take a big inhale, lean back, and you're going to release the arms from there. Shoulder rolls. My shoulders are tired. Interlace the fingers back behind you. We're going to do a seated forward, standing forward bend, but lift the heart up. Pull the shoulders back and down a little bit. First, before you do go down, go ahead and drop your head to your right, stretching the left side of the neck. Breathe. So pulling the shoulders back and down, and then stretching the neck on the left, and breathe. Eco challenge update. Switch sides there. Same thing. Dropping the head over, pulling that right shoulder back and down. I'm now officially through episode 7. And just in case you're going to watch it, I won't say what happens, but I can't believe what happened. Oh my gosh. But more importantly, what I can share is what a sap I am. Oh my gosh, I can't watch one of those episodes without crying. Come on, back to the center. Good. Take a big inhale, lift up, and fold down. Exhale. One team dropped out, and you could just tell, like, they're just crying. They've been out there for 6 days. Oh my gosh, 6 days pushing and pushing and pushing, and finally reaching their limit and just saying, we just can't go. on a 15-hour trek. Oh, you can't, you can't blame them. I mean, who wants to be out there for 6 days without much sleep and then go on a 15-hour trek? Oh, God. Oh, man, I feel for them. I feel for them. One more breath. Give it a good stretch. And then we're going to come back up and do that twist again. Release the arms, engage the abdomen, slowly roll. It's funny, I'm waiting to see, don't tell me if you already know. Arms up, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up to the ceiling. I'm waiting to see how Team Iron Cowboy does. We're going to turn again and twist. And this time I want you to notice how far you can twist. So I'm twisting to my left and I'm driving my right leg down as I turn and twist and breathe. See if you can look directly behind you. Notice, and it's fine right now because you're using your hips to twist too, so we're not completely isolating the spine, which is fine for the moment. But I want you to see how far you can go. Notice how hard it is, where you feel it most, and then go the other direction, because typically, same thing, drive the opposite leg down. So I'm driving my left leg down as I turn toward my right. This is the easier side for me. One more breath. Back to the center. Good. One more inhale, lean back. And then fold down, forward, exhale. Good. Walk the feet a little bit closer together. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, and then step back to plank. Top little push-up. Yeah, it's different, you know. Ironman's a big deal. But when you start going 24 hours, it's a whole different ball game. Abdomen strong, breath smooth. Ready? Boom, boom, boom. Push-ups, lower halfway. Press up. Chaturanga. Lower. Push up. Lower. Push up. Lower. Push up. Lower. Push up. One more. Good. Drop to the knees. Cat and cow tilts for the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Back to neutral. Lift the feet side to side. Shoulder and hip together one side. Shoulder and hip together other side. You know, and it's funny too, thinking about that race and the people who do it, and you know, people like me who've, you know, done it before multiple times, and you know, rarely has anyone ever, back to the center, left leg back, right arm forward, you know, push themselves through the night, like just exercised through the night. Even you know, Tour de France guys who are, you know, incredible athletes and endurance athletes, but they sleep every day. They're not dealing with sleep deprivation, which is a total thing. Go ahead and bend that back leg, reach back. Grab that foot, stretch the hips a little bit. It's funny, but it is a total mindset, right? It's a total like flip of the switch. And this happened it was Sunday night when I went for my swim on Monday. One more breath, stretch. Left leg back, right arm forward, left up, and then release it. I sort of was inspired by watching the show. And then I just, you know, immediately flipped and was like, it doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I'm gonna go swimming in the morning. And of course, Liam woke up, and then he woke up again, and you know, I had packed up my stuff because I hadn't swam in a while, so I had to organize stuff, and I got, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep. You know, it was fine. Reach back, grab the leg, felt great. But I think it just goes to show you how your mind, how powerful your mind is, and how you have the ability to flip that switch in your mind. One more breath. There's one team, leg back, arm forward, lift it, and child's pose. There's one team that was, I forget which team it was, but they made a huge navigation error. And the problem with adventure racing is there's always a navigator. I was the navigator on my team, and I made mistakes in the past. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And I made a mistake so badly once that we had to default from the race. We wound up like 30 miles out of the way. So bad. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it. But anyway, this one teammate of the navigator on this one particular team, he's like, I just don't trust that you're not going to make another mistake. And that's what happens is, your team all of a sudden goes against you because you're not making the right decisions. Switch legs, stretch. But then the next morning this particular team found their way back on course. And the guy's like, I have hope. I have hope again. He's like, I feel like we can still finish the race, Down dog, straighten the legs, come up on the toes, walk softly to the hands, extend that spine as you inhale, look forward, fold as you exhale, stretch all the way up, nice big inhale. Just like in life, if you ever feel like you lose hope, just trust, keep working at it. Eventually you might get back on course and have hope again. Arms up, inhale, fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back, easy. Drop to the knees and all the way to the mat. Gentle back bend and cobra. And then downward facing dog. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Lift the tailbone. Up on the toes. Walk or lightly hop forward. Extend that spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale, all the way up, nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Arms up, inhale. 2 more cycles here, fold down, exhale. Extend the spine, inhale. Step or jump. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, hold it, breathe. Up on the toes again, walk or hop forward. Extending that spine as you inhale, folding as you exhale. All the way up as you inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Arms up, inhale. Folding as you exhale. Extend the spine, inhale. Step or hop back, exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, maybe chaturanga again. Down dog, right leg up behind you. Right leg up, hold it, breathe. Let's open the hip, bend the knee, get a little side stretch. Keep the arms straight. Breath smooth. And square the hips. Knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrist, abdomen strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side. Twist and squeeze. Good. Back and up. Forward up to your right. Back and up. And this time a little bit different. I want you to take this right leg across your body. So this is a little bit of a hip stretch. I'm scooting my back leg back and then kind of sinking down here. So it's a little bit tricky to find this stretch. But what I want you to do is find a little outer hip stretch. So kind of come down if you can and breathe. A little bit of a twist also. You can take this left arm across and breathe. Oh, there it is. Good. Set the hands, lift it back up, and then all the way forward. You might need to readjust the foot. From here, hip hamstring stretching, blocks or not. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knees, sink the hips. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knees, sink the hips. Oh, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. A few more times. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Drop the back knee. Go ahead and take the right leg, reach for the foot, and then sink forward. Stretch, breathe. Lengthen up, lean back, breathe deep. One more breath. Warrior one. Turn the back foot flat. Come on up. Warrior one. Yeah, now that I think the series is 10 episodes, and so when you get to like episodes kind of like 5-ish, 6, 7, you start to see all these teams start to crack, and they drop out. Interlace the fingers back behind you, shoulders back, lift the heart. Oh, drop the head back, take a big inhale. Fold, accidents happen, bike crashes happen. Slips and falls, hypothermia. Oh, God. Stretch. Good. Come on back up, Warrior one. I've been criticized in the past for laughing at people. Just take the leg back, vinyasa, lower, upward facing dog, down dog. Sometimes I'm training somebody and they're working really hard and they push themselves and I giggle a little bit, or in yoga class sometimes I'll laugh. Left side, when you're ready, take the leg up, open the hip, bend the knee. Back when we had people in class. Sometimes you're like, what are you laughing at? And it's laughing at I'm identifying with the struggle. I'm identifying with the pain, and because I know what it's like, because I've suffered more before. Oh, good. Now, square the hips, knee to the nose, forwards, shoulders over the wrists, abdomen strong. Lift it, backing up. Forward knee to your right. Backing up. Forward knee to the left. Backing up. And this time, like before, you're going to take that left leg, bring it over. You might want to scoot the back leg back, lengthen the upper body. This might be a big stretch for you right here. If it's not too big, you can't really find it, add the twist. Oh, right arm under. Holy. Breathe. That's challenging. One more breath. And then hands down, lift it again, all the way forward. Hip hamstring stretches, grabbing the blocks or not. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A few more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Drop the back knee. Either the easy lunge where you just sit up and sink forward, or left hand back behind you. Grab that foot here. Lift up. Sink down, stretching the quadricep. Breathe. So preparing first. Breathe. Good. And then go ahead and turn the back foot. Warrior one. Come on up, arms up, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Clasping the hands back, interlace the fingertips, shoulders pulled back, heart goes up, head drops back, breathe. One more breath. Folding down forward, stretch. And come on back up. Warrior one, inhale. Hands down to the floor, exhale. Leg back, vinyasa, lower down. Yeah, so if you ever hear me laughing at you, it's not because I'm making fun of you, it's because I'm identifying with the struggle. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Tilt that tailbone up. Breathe. Good. Up on the toes again, walk softly or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, inhale. Hold it, a few breaths. Sinking a little bit lower, a few more breaths. One more inhale, and then stand up, hands together at the heart, exhale, big full breath. Linking it together, let's do a single round, double round, triple round through Sun Salutation B, just for a nice strong flow warm up here. Chair pose, inhale. One time through, fold as you exhale, extend the spine as you inhale, step or jump back as you exhale, vinyasa. Right side first, take it up, bring it forward, warrior one, reach up, inhale, hands down, leg back, vinyasa, lower, up. Down, left side, dig it up, bring it forward, warrior one, reach, hands down, leg back, lower, up, and down, hold, breathe, fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth, lifting that tailbone, breathing deeply. Good, up on the toes again, walk or hop. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale, big full breath. Back to chair, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Step or jump. Chaturanga. Facing dog, down dog, right leg, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. That's the first time, hands down, leg back, vinyasa. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach. Hands down, leg back, lower. Upward facing dog, down dog, second time, right leg up, bring it forward. Now, this is usually when I start warming up. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa, lower. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back, lower, upward facing dog. Down dog, hold and breathe. You need to rest in child's pose, you can rest in child's pose. Otherwise, good smooth, even breaths. Up on the toes again. Walk softly or hop forward. Extending that spine as you inhale, folding as you exhale. Chair pose from there, inhale. Stand up, hands to the heart, exhale. Big full breath. Back to chair, inhale. Fold, exhale. Extend the spine, inhale. Step back or jump. Vinyasa 3 times through each leg. This time, remember, pay attention, right leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Stretch, hands down, leg back. Vinyasa or not, you can always skip the vinyasa if you needed to. Left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back, lower. Back, second round, right leg up, bring it forward, warrior one. Paying attention, vinyasa or not. Left side as you're ready. Inhale, exhale, warrior one. Hands down, leg back, lower, up. Down, third time, right leg, take it up, bring it forward. Hands down, leg back, lower, up, down, left side. Reach it. Hands down, leg back, lower, up, and down. Good. Drop to the knees. Keep the toes tucked for a moment. Sit back onto the heels. Sitting back onto the heels, breathe. Stretch the feet for a few breaths. Giving the shoulders a break, arms a break. Interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, reach the arms up. Stretching the feet. Lift up a little bit taller, lean back, a few breaths. One more inhale. And then forward, come onto the hands and knees, lift the feet, wiggle the toes for a second. Now you're gonna point them back. Point those toes back. Sit back again. I'm gonna do a little shoulder stretch. If you can, sit on the heels. Interlace the fingers. Pull the shoulders back a little bit. Lift the heart up. And take a big inhale. Come on down, forward, exhale. Onto the top of the head, stretch. One more breath. Good. Release it. Child's pose for a moment. Break. We're gonna go into a a little twist. So come up on the hands and knees. First one, right arm underneath the left arm. Shoulder comes down, head comes down. So lean forward for a moment, right? So you could take this up and you're just kind of leaning. But now this hand presses down, and then I want you to push open so you get that twist. Breathe. One more breath, give it a good twist. Good. And then switch it. Same thing, come on back up. Opposite side, left arm under. Oh, yeah, and then push. Good. Come on back up. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and let's just come up on the toes. Walk a little forward. Halfway up as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. And chair pose. You're going to do chair and then stand. So we're going to, again, get away from the arms for a moment. Do a little standing balance, which you've done before. Tree, take the leg out to the side. Twist. We're going to focus a little bit on standing balance and then the twist. We're not going to hold a lot of time through this because there's other things I want to get to in the hips and the twisting, but because we're doing kind of hips and twists, I want to take the leg out to the side and then get you to really focus on that standing balance twist. So start on the left leg, hook your right, tree pose, pause, breathe. Shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Good, arms up from there, a few breaths. Good, now left hand to the hip, right hand grabs that big toe, straighten it forward first, a few breaths. Whoa, reach out to the side. Good, back to the center, and then you reverse it. So you can grab the knee and then twist back, or you can grab the outside of the foot and twist back. Do the best you can. Breathe. Good. Back to the center. Lift the legs up, reach up, and take just a big breath. Inhale, and then release it. Shake out the leg, so not the full sequence, but 2/3 of it that we normally do. Standing on your right leg, pull the left leg up. Tree pose on this side. Full breath. Just, again, shorter than we normally do, but I want to get to some other stuff that just kind of starts the process going, whoa, unless of course you crash. But from here, see if you can engage the abdomen slightly. Tuck that tailbone, you get a little bit of a hip stretch, arms up. Good. Right hand to the hip, left hand grabs your big toe there. Straighten the leg forward, breathe. Out to the side. Good. Back to the center. You can reverse it, either grabbing the knee and twisting back this way. Really focus on that standing twist if you can, or grabbing the outside of the foot if that works. Driving that leg straight. Turn. And then come on down. Shake out the legs a little bit there. Arms up, take a nice big inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. And this time we're actually gonna, well, yeah, let's take a vinyasa. So step back, vinyasa lower, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. But what I want you to do is come forward right away straddle the mat kind of. So we're gonna take 3 stages into a full squat. So first stage is kind of like this little standing frog. But what I want you to do to start is by bringing the forearms to the thighs. So bring the forearms to the thighs, push the knees a little wider here, and then move a little bit side to side. So start to get that, the hips stretching a little bit, inner thighs. So when we talk about the hips, typically we're talking about the hip socket, right? So the femur bone goes into your pelvis. But there's all kinds of, there's the front side, right? Your quadricep, you got hip flexors. There's the inside, you got the adductors. There's the back side, you got the glute and the hamstring. So all of that stuff is really part of the hip. And that's not even on the inside where you have the labrum that covers the hip, the femur bone. So there's just a lot going on in there, and it gets really tight typically. So hips are always, it's good to do. So now, after a few times here, you're just gonna hold. So this gets more strength, but it's kind of warming up. We'll do 40 more seconds because you've been there for a while. So you can bring the palms together. You could interlace the fingers, turn the palms forward, reach them up, and breathe. Good, 10 more seconds. Breathe deeply. One more inhale. Slowly stand up. Straighten the feet. Fold forward, down, stretch. Hang forward, breathe. Good, now go ahead and walk the feet in just a little. So now you're about mat distance. You're gonna come down a little bit more deeply. So this we're not gonna hold, we're just gonna kind of move a little side to side here. And so keep that, let's see if I can get a little crack. Oh, not quite, but from here, right, a little bit side to side still. So you're still in the stretch mode. But like more active, so you're moving back and forth. There's the crack on the left, but right doesn't seem to want to do it. And then just sit into it, breathe. This is a big stretch for me down here, partial hamstrings, partial adductors. And then straighten the legs, walk the feet in, just hang forward here. First you take a little break. And you could step on the hands if you wanted. Good. And then from there, let's go ahead and bend the knees and then see if you can get your full squat there. So full squat, depending on your body, you may or may not have the feet flat and the feet straight like I have them. They could be pointed out or you could be on your toes. It's all fine. Just do what you can do. Sit up tall if you are on the toes, or if you can, bring the body inside the legs, but sit up tall there. So elbows kind of inside the legs. It's gonna give you a better stretch. A few more breaths. Good. And then forward, straighten the legs. Another forward bend here. Either hang forward or go ahead and stand on the hands, stretch. Good. Release it, engage the abdomen, slowly roll your way up. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms. Hands together at the heart, exhale. I want to do a little bit of just a little twisting thing here, kind of midway, because a lot of those forward bends can put a bit of a strain on the back. So I want you to just do a little easy twist here, side to side. And then if you feel like that's okay on your back, you can go a little bit more aggressive and twist a little deeper. Not necessary, but up to you. And 10, good. All right, vinyasa, step to the front. Bring the palms together, take a big inhale, lift the arms up. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, step or hop back. Vinyasa, lower down. Could lower all the way to the mat if you wanted. Gentle back bend, downward facing dog. Moving into our twist, right leg up. Bring it forward, drop the back knee right away. Come on up and sink this hip forward slightly, so a little bit of a lunge first. And then from the lunge, left arm goes up, nice and tall. And then left hand crosses over. Palms together, turn and twist. If you feel like you want to tuck those back toes and straighten the leg, lengthen the upper body, breathe. Good. And then let it go. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa or not. Sometimes it's nice just to drop all the way to the mat. Take a gentle back bend. And then back to down dog. Left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Drop the back knee. Come on up. Sink the hips forward first. And then take the right arm up. And then across. Palms together. Lengthen and turn and twist. If you feel more comfortable, tuck the back toes. Straighten the back leg. And lengthen up and twist. Good. And then if you wanted the arm balance, you could fall out to the side. Now that you got your big twist going. And then you take the arm balance. Obviously not necessary. If you're still in the twist, then stay there. Back knee down or back leg up is fine. A couple more breaths. And then let it go. Hands down, leg back. You're gonna go lower all the way to the mat. All the way to the mat and take Shalabhasana. So interlace the fingers back behind you and then lift the upper body up. Shoulders, pull back, chin drops down, back of the head gets long. Reach the legs back, lift the arms up, breathe. Good, arms forward, lift up a little taller. One more inhale, and release. Child's pose. Child's pose, pause, a couple breaths. From here, we're gonna go right into a frog pose. So go ahead and turn to the side. Excuse me, double up your mat if you need to. Doubling up the mat is going to help you get a little bit more padding for your knees. We'll be here 2 minutes. Oh, yeah. So get those knees wide, get the feet flexed, and push the hips back. Feet flexed and knees at 90 degrees, and then push the hips back and breathe. Jaw relaxed, face relaxed, breath smooth. I'll just kind of add on to what I was chatting about earlier, which is essentially, when you, at least my experience, right, coming from adventure racing and then doing other endurance events, Ironman, Leadville, ultramarathons, there is that level of suffering that makes everyday strife a little less intense. So it became a tool for me, actually training, right? It became a tool for me to help me handle the stresses of life, right? And it worked really well and continues to, right? I mean, I get really stressed, I go for a run, I feel better. I get really stressed, I practice a yoga class and I feel better. So there are obviously, a whole toolbox of things that you can do to help yourself deal with the stress. But when you've pushed yourself beyond that limit in some way, and there are other ways too, obviously, but you come back and you realize, there's not really much that can compare to that, right? And I think, I don't know, I'm not a cancer survivor, but I think it's kind of like that. Like if you beat cancer, you feel like you can do anything, right? That's how I felt with my marathon. I was like, if I can do this, I can do anything. So if you don't have something like that in your life, I think we all probably have something in our life, whether that's a loss of a loved one or, it's like, it's not the club you ever want to invite anybody into, but, when a parent dies or a sibling dies or a child dies, like someone close to you dies, it's one of the toughest things you're ever going to go through emotionally. And, when you come out on the other side, which inevitably you will, a few more breaths, you just feel like you have a little bit more scars of life, maybe. Come forward. A couple more stripes in the battle of life. And the cool thing is, it's not like life is a battle or a war or anything, but the idea is, we're going to go to Pigeon Pose. The idea is that when you have an experience like that, there's people who have not, and then you can help those people. You can help the other folks who haven't yet gone through that experience. Let's come on down. We'll do about a minute or so on each side in this hip stretch. You can even add a little twist. It's kind of a fun little pigeon pose stretch here. So come on up, pigeon, normal pigeon. Get a little bit of a back bend. And then from here, come on down. You're going to cross over. So this is my left leg that's bent forward. I'm going to cross my right arm over. Come down a little bit. You can kind of do this little prayer twist. But you have to be careful not to fall out of your hip stretch. So add that little twist. So now this is the quintessential hip twist. Hip stretch and twist. Good. And just a couple more breaths. Resting. All right, switch legs. Same thing, other side. First, find the stretch, then going to come up. I have to modify this a little bit for my knee, but in these last few days have been better than the previous many weeks. It's nice that you know, even if it takes a little longer, that you know that your body's healing. Good. And then from here, if you wanted to take that little twist, you could come over, bring the palms together, turn. One more breath, and the twist. And then back, just a few more breaths here. Funny, I got an 86, I think, on my sleep score. 85 or 86, so you get a crown. I'm the king, or queen. And so I got a crown. You get a crown for 85 and above. But my readiness score was lower. It was like 83 or something like that, 82. The days of me being in the 90s are, I think, a little bit far off, but we'll see. Trying to get myself back up into the 90s. Come on, back into your seated forward bend. Flex the feet, reach the arms up, fold down forward, stretch, drop the head, and breathe. And then if it's okay on your neck and your shoulders and your back, then you're going to roll up, roll back, take the legs up and over the head. If it's not okay, then go ahead and stay in the forward bend. Otherwise, up and back and over. Set the hands and breathe. Set the legs up, breathe. Let gravity do the work. Legs wide. Bend the knees. Legs up. Bend down. Come on down. Right leg pulls in. Roll to the left. Easy twist. Thank you so much for showing up, moving your body. I give you a pat on the back for doing that. It's a good thing to do. And back to the center, Shavasana, final rest. We'll do a few minutes, then take a little closing meditation. Arms out to the side, shoulders down, feet flop open, a couple more breaths. You can bring your left hand to your heart center, your right hand to your belly. Pause for a moment though, still. Take a breath. And then go ahead and bend the knees and roll to your right side. A few breaths. And then make your way up to a seat, comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders relaxed, palms up, eyes closed. A few breaths. Namaste, everyone. Thank you very much, as always, for showing up. Thank you for supporting us in any way that you do. And stay safe, stay healthy, support your local businesses. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow for a 90-minute Labor Day weekend flow.